In this video, we travel to a field day at Boomarra Station, where techniques to control erosion after flooding were demonstrated. Following the tragic floods of February 2019, the community of the Gulf country of Queensland has been putting itself back together. In mid-2019, Southern Gulf NRM supports a series of field days throughout the region to find ways to deal with post-flood problems. Gulf Country Property, NAPCO-owned Boomarra Station, hosted a field day.
Fred and Carmel Shepherd, Boomarra Station. We manage it for NAPCO, North Australian Pastoral Company, and we've been working for NAPCO here for 30 years.
A lot of fences down, massive erosion.
Probably lost about 1,500 head. We've had a lot of erosion and damage, and we're trying to do our best to control the erosion. That's, once it's gone, the soil. So we're trying to do what we can to look after the place. Good to hear from somebody who actually knows what he's talking about. Then we can take that knowledge back home and implement it, hopefully, and improve things at home.
Erosion expert Darryl Hill and Bob Shepherd from the Department of Ag and Fisheries talked to a group of landholders about the problems faced with erosion. Finding ways to control the erosion is why Darryl Hill is at the field day, discussing the theory and putting it into practice at the wheel of a grader.
We've had Darryl here 5 years ago, and we just appreciate and respect the work that he does.
It's going to be a very productive day, and I'm looking forward to going out and actually in a paddock with him and getting ideas from him. I think it's well worth the time coming here.
Darryl Hill says washouts are the result of erosion, not the cause.
Well, basically in a nutshell, my little catch cry is that the washout is the result and not the problem. And then recommendations are to come back at how to fix that problem, how to readdress the problem. And that is basically reinstating the flow direction. And by that I mean, take the water across the roadway or whatever the erosion concern is and put it back over where it used to go before human intervention.
He goes through the preparation of where a drain should run and the understanding of the lie of the land, which often can be counterintuitive when judging by the eye. Darryl recommends the use of instrumentation.
So we've got to have access. That means equipment, earth moving equipment and that type of stuff. So we've got to revise all our methods. Big learning curve. In the old days, people had an excuse in the fact that it's natural, we didn't know what to do. This day and age now, we know we can put our roads in, but we've just got to work out how to save our roads.
Bob Shepherd is the Principal Extension Officer with the Department of Agriculture and Fisheries. He's based in Charters Towers.
There has been a lot of damage to land, there's been a lot of damage to floodplains, there's been a lot of damage to infrastructure like tracks, fence lines, etc. So I'm keen to give people some sort of assistance or a bit of a lead with what they might want to do to recover some of those badly damaged paddocks. So getting those preferred tussocks back into the landscape, whether they be Mitchell grass or bluegrass or whatever, or buffel grass, whatever the preferred species actually are for those soil types, and enabling them to recover and also building up the soil seed bank, because with floods like the magnitude we've had this year, a lot of soil goes, and it's not just the soil that disappears, there's also the soil seed bank can be depleted quite dramatically as well. So we've got to get preferred plants back into the system, enable them to set seed and rejuvenate that soil seed bank to get longer term recovery. So maybe wet season spelling for 2 or 3 years, or 2 or 3 seasons, dry season grazing, but only a light grazing, and to determine stocking rates based on a forage budget. So I guess I'm urging people to take an objective approach.
The main erosion control messages coming from the Boomarra Field Day are to maintain ground cover with established pasture grasses and control and spread the flow of water with properly constructed drainage systems.